Hey, Christine, welcome to
Hello,
Quick and Dirty, everyone.
hello, Julia. Yes, welcome everybody. Right.
Hi.
Julia,
Right.
what are we discussing today? You're interviewing me today.
Today I'd like to talk about a question that my clients always have is, does it help to improve my English if I read something between sessions or I watch a video? Will that also improve my English?
Oh, definitely. Julia, anything and everything I say,
Mm,
right? You
yes.
know, or we know, if you want to improve your speaking, you've got to go out and speak.
Mm,
There's no way around that.
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think to to get a feeling for the language,
Mm,
it's great to watch videos. It's
mm,
great to read articles, books.
mm.
Right? I often say to people, try and do your work or things that you should be reading for your job. Try and do that in English, so it doesn't
Absolutely.
seem as if
Yes.
you're not doing extra work. You're
Yeah,
going to
totally.
you're researching. You have to research a topic, research it in English, right?
Totally, totally. I also find in bookshops and especially in the English sections, you get these self-help books,
Mhm.
how to become more successful,
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
right. Mhm.
And sure, they might be a little bit, yeah, uh, it might not be intellectual, but at least you're doing something and you can read very quickly, you know, so it's not, you don't have to read the whole book. You can basically just open it up somewhere and read
Right,
something.
right.
So
And I think there's so much, it doesn't really have to be a big book, does it? There are so many,
not at
oh,
all.
let's say it's very important that you're interested in that topic, right?
Yes.
Um, you can, of course, we were talking earlier about World Press, I think you said, or what was the name?
World and Press, the
World and
newspaper
Press.
World and
I
Press.
haven't seen
That's
that for a long time, Julia. I didn't realize it was still on the market. I used to, or have Spotlight, Business Spotlight, I
yeah.
like very much. Um, with the
What what
glossary, right.
what I like about World and Press is that basically they collect articles from British and American newspapers and they summarize them all in one newspaper.
Mhm.
And so it's up to date news. And plus, at the end of each article, there's a small glossary where the difficult English words are translated to
Right.
German. And
Mhm.
there's also one for lower level learners, so A2B1 called Read On.
Mhm.
So that's a very good option.
Oh,
And
that's good.
you, when we spoke earlier, Christine, you
Yeah.
also mentioned, I think they're called graded readers.
Yeah, graded readers, that's right.
Yes,
I
exactly.
bought
Yeah.
lots of them years ago and handed them out to my learners. Really, I wanted to motivate them to do more, which is very difficult working with business clients, isn't it? Everybody's so
Absolutely.
busy,
Yeah.
But I think it was the idea was, especially lower, I was working with lower levels too at that time. And it was to give them this sense of achievement. I've read a little book with 400 words and I've understood most,
Exactly.
right? So these books were being passed around quite a
Mm,
bit.
mm,
Now I work more with intermediate and upper levels. I think
mm.
it's the same with you, Julia, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Sort of B1 upwards.
One upwards. So
Yes.
those are people who are able to manage Business Spotlight,
Yeah.
reader
Mm,
magazine, read an
mm.
English magazine or newspaper,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
What about watching movies or
Oh yes, that's
listening?
really. So I find that really, really important. Again, you have to be very selective. I
Mm.
find it difficult to watch some American movies, I must say. I don't
Mhm.
know whether we talked about that, didn't we? Our husbands, I think, or at least my husband doesn't like watching American movies.
Exactly.
He'd rather sort of listen in German. So I don't get to listen to a lot of American movies.
Mm.
If I watch something alone, of course, I will listen and watch in original, the originals.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
so again, we all have to become accustomed to these different.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's great if people watch movies in the original. It's just that a movie is very long, right? I mean, it's
It
about
is, it
even
is,
2.5 hours,
it
and that's
is.
a long time to focus on understanding everything. So I think subtitles help, but if subtitles, then please in English
That's what
and
you
not in
said.
German.
And for me, it was quite, natural that people watch it, turn the
Yeah,
English on. But you said you have to specifically tell people.
I have had to in the past,
I know
yes.
that you, love TED Talks just as much as I
TED
do,
Talks
right?
is great.
The TED Talks.
Exactly. For anyone who doesn't know about that, TED Talks, just look it up, just Google it. It's fantastic. You can enter the subject of your choice, the length of your choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're really great. And I find, it's nice to watch one just in between. So I often
Yeah.
watch the small talks or shorter talks,
Mm-hmm.
again, on topics that interest me,
Yes,
and that you can, I
exactly.
think, even enter, whether you're interested in psychology
Yeah.
or business
Yeah.
or whatever. And that is really, really good.
Mm,
I think they're very, very good. Very good.
absolutely. And I think it's also important that everyone finds their own things that they like. And I think there has to be a certain amount of enjoyment involved.
That's true. Even if it's reading, I mean, my brother-in-law loves
Absolutely.
comics. I think he's
Yes, comics are great.
I'm not a big comic reader, right? But
Me neither.
I think I told
But,
you that I get this Wonen, VT Wonen. It's a Dutch magazine
right?
for interior design,
Ah,
things like that.
you're
And that's
learning Dutch.
I'm sort of learning, or at least I read. I read a lot, but I just love looking. I look at the recipes, and then I
Right.
ask my husband who's more
Yes.
advanced. So it's a great way to learn. You don't really realise you're learning. I
Yes,
don't.
exactly. Well, I think that's the important thing, is because we work mainly in a corporate environment, and people don't want to sit down and sort of force themselves to watch a movie or
No,
read something in
no,
English.
right.
So that's why there has to be a certain amount of, and now the German word springs to mind,
Oh,
Leichtigkeit.
Leichtigkeit. Oh dear. So can we turn that round, Julia, and say that it's not too difficult, right?
That is not too difficult,
What about not
exactly.
too
And that is fun,
cumbersome?
fun.
What
I
about
think fun is
cumbersome?
important.
What
Yeah.
about cumbersome? Would you use that word?
Uh,
Cumbersome.
cumbersome,
Hmm.
as in difficult, and then it would be
Right,
uncumbersome.
right. So it's not
Yes.
cumbersome. Again,
I'm just wondering if any of my participants would understand that word if I said it to
probably
them.
not. Sorry about that. No, we'll go back.
But it is a great word. I haven't heard it for a very long time.
No,
Thank you,
no, no.
Christine. Cumbersome.
Don't know where
Yeah.
that came from. Somewhere really in the depths
Yes,
of
yes.
my.
That's something that you might actually come across in a book.
Lovely. You see the advantages of reading, right?
Yes, yes. You expand your vocabulary.
Right, and that's important. That's important.
Absolutely.
Julia, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.